Issue of gun control has been front and center after the senseless shooting that claimed the lives of 20 children and 7 adults. The president says this time words need to lead to action. Today, the president Fields spoke out.
Yeah, he certainly did, and he promised to send Congress some proposals of his own next month, and is creating a task force to tighten gun laws and curb violence. The president said this time Washington won't just talk about tackling gun violence.
This is not some Washington commission. This is not something where folks are going to be studying the issue for 6 months and publishing a report that gets read and then pushed aside. This is a team that has a very specific task to pull together real reforms right now.
He urged Congress to vote early next year on an assault weapons ban, a ban on high-capacity ammunition clips, and close the gun show loophole so all gun purchasers are subject to background checks. The president's task force will recommend policies beyond gun control.
We're going to need to work on making access to mental health care at least as easy as access to a gun. We're going to need to look more closely at a culture that all too often glorifies guns and violence. And any actions we must take must begin inside the home and inside our hearts.
The president is hoping to seize this moment of heightened public awareness to push Washington to change.
But goodness, if this past week has done anything, it should just give us some perspective. I mean, if there's one thing we should have after this week, it should be a sense of perspective about what's important.
Far-reaching gun regulations will likely be met with resistance from the National Rifle Association, which has yet to weigh in on the debate but will hold a press conference Friday. Senior administration officials say they're ready.
The NRA is an organization that has members who are mothers and fathers, and I would expect that they've been impacted by this as well, and hopefully they'll do some self-reflection.
And while most agree some kind of action needs to be taken in this case, there are a few that agree what form that might take. 3TV's Marie Saavedra live with some reaction from Arizona gun owners. Marie?
Fields, people here at the gun range tonight were a range of walks of life. We talked to people who come out here because they love shooting, it's a hobby, and then there were people who were practicing using their firearm because it's part of their job. So we posed the question to all of them what their feelings were on the gun control debate that has picked up in the last few days, and we had some mixed reactions.
There's too many guns, and it's the wrong people have them.
It's more of an attitude adjustment that we need as a society.
I totally disagree to banning it, not selling it.
Some might think that all people who own firearms are balking at the idea of changing gun laws. But the range of opinions on gun control from these people at Ben Avery Shooting Facility were as varied as anywhere else across the country. One thing that everyone agrees on is that the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary deserves some kind of action to keep everyone safe. Some we talked to agree with the calls to ban assault weapons.
I like to shoot just for entertainment, but I don't believe in owning a high-powered. I don't have an assault rifle. It looks like one, but it's not.
But others say the country is too quick to put the blame on firearms.
People, long before there were guns, found a way to kill each other.
They believe mental health, gun buying loopholes, and school security should be looked at. The focus should be on what kind of person has a gun as opposed to the gun itself.
I think it's good for safe, honest people to have firearms to defend themselves, country, whatever necessary.
Those we spoke with tonight say they will continue to watch the debate very carefully. They're also looking forward to finding out what President Obama's task force on this issue comes up with at the end of next month. Live tonight in Phoenix, Marie Saavedra, 3TV.